Hi, thanks for joining me. So today we're doing pickups, and because it's that time, I have anime, I have games, so we're just going to do both, and let's get started. For starters, I have an old OAV series. This is from the 80s, something that I watched back in the day, and it wasn't my favorite thing, but I've been thinking about it more, and I'm just like, oh, I'd really like to have that and to watch it again. It was one of those things that was just a big deal back then. I'm talking about Golf Force. This is a science fiction OAV series. You have this all-female race fighting against these aliens. That's about all that I know about it. It's been so long since I've seen these that my memory's really foggy about it. But we have character designs by Kenichi Sonoda. I know that AIC had something to do with the production of this, just in relation to that. And yeah, I got these from a eBay seller. This is the first one, Eternal Story. We have Golf Force 2 Destruction. And then in this set of DVDs that they're selling, it's missing Golf Force 3 Stardust War. And that's a little pricier to get on DVD. I don't think it's too bad, but I have an LD player, so I went ahead and picked up the LD version. This was completely reasonable. Stardust War. And you can see here the corner got mashed in shipping. It wasn't the seller's fault. They packaged it well. It's just in the mail that, kind of wrecked it. So thankfully the disc seems fine, so that could have been worse. I'm not going to complain too much. There's also Rhea Golf Force. Golf Force. I want to be very distinct with how I say that. If you guys notice, it is Gall, not Gal. And I believe that the original Japanese, actually, it is Gadu and not Gyaru. Gyaru is frequently used for gal. So I have to assume that this is the official romanization. But anyway, Rhea Golf Force, I don't know if I've seen this one before. And New Era, I know I definitely haven't seen this one. This one is pretty new. There was another Golf Force series, though, and that is Golf Force Earth Chapter. I also picked this up on Blu-ray because the DVDs are a little pricier and harder to get. So I still need to pick up the next couple volumes of that, but I'll be grabbing that here really soon. So very excited. I think I'm going to enjoy so much just going back and checking these out again. Really kind of fun old series from back in the day. Speaking of old things from back in the day, this is a game that I fondly remember playing on one of my friend's PS1s. He had the official Working Designs localization of this, and it's such a unique game. Light gun shooter, Elemental Gearbolt. This I'm not actually sure what the Japanese is on there. I didn't look it up, but I figured I can go ahead and get the Japanese version on this. It's not going to matter too much on a light gun shooter, and it's just got such a unique style. It's very dark fantasy themed. This is reminds me of games like maybe Heretic. If you guys remember that, an early first-person shooter that had a similar kind of dark fantasy theme to it. It just seems really refreshing and fun. You have kind of like fantasy-style enemies and stuff like that. You're going through sort of castles, and it's just a really interesting kind of light gun shooter, and I think it'll work with the light gun that I have. So I'm really looking forward to checking that one out again. It's been a long time. The next one is one in a series of games that I've been getting, and this is the last one that I needed. We have Kisetsu o Dakishimete, and that means something like embrace the seasons, or maybe embrace the season. Japanese is not very specific on plurals like that. But yeah, so more Yarudora. Another Yarudora game. Production IG did a whole bunch of animation for these, and they're basically like digital comics, sort of adventure style games. So someday I'm really looking forward to making a priority to play through these, and now I have the complete set on that. I'm really looking forward to checking those out sometime. Next up, this was a pre-order, and I really took a chance on this. And I guess that's just fun to do sometimes. I don't know why. It just living dangerously, I guess. I have not seen this before, but I have a good feeling about this. We're talking Cat's Eye. This is an 80s TV series, and you know, the things about this that sort of put my mind at ease, I think, is this is by the same guy that did City Hunter. So I'll put an annotation up here so you guys can see who that is. But you know, an 80s television series, and it just seems like it has maybe like a Lupin the Third sort of feel to it. I don't know that for sure, but we have these three female thieves, and you know, so it turns out one of them, I'm not sure which one, is going out with a detective who's, you know, of course, trying to track these thieves down. So it just seems like a lot of fun, and I find that stuff from that era has been holding up so well for me. A really good feeling about that one, and assuming that's good, I'll be picking up the second season to complete that collection. And I think I was mentioning that I had ordered something to make up for extra shipping. On that particular order, what I decided to get was Mecca Masters. This is a set from Central Park Media. This is under the US Manga Corps brand, and this is a really interesting thing here. I think I was telling you guys before a little bit about Genocyber. I actually don't remember a lot about it, but I know I saw some of it back in the day. I remember it was violent and just weird, and I've been wanting to go back and watch it again. So in addition to that, Cybernetics Guardian is another 80s OAV that I've been wanting to check out as well, just sort of going back and looking at more stuff from the 80s. And then we have MD Geist, which I've never seen before, considering that that is the US Manga Corps kind of logo mascot. I figure I owe it to myself to at least check these out. And it seems like it has maybe a bonus disc with like some soundtracks or something in it, so really this was not very expensive. If these turn out to be good, this is probably a pretty cool little collection to have, so very interested to check that one out. And I guess speaking of deals, too, I get a newsletter from Crunchyroll. So in addition to being able to, you know, watch Crunchyroll, you know, watch the sort of subtitled anime as it's simulcast on my PlayStation systems and on my tablet and stuff like that. They send you, you know, if you're a subscriber, these deals in like a newsletter. It seems like they must get some sort of bulk discounts on stuff. So a lot of times they have like figures and things like that, or T-shirts, like different merchandise, and they'll have shows on DVD. So this showed up for just a couple bucks. Galaxy Angel S, and I think of the S as meaning special. Because this was a special that was shown, I guess it was between two seasons of the show. So they had season whatever, then they showed this special, and at the end of it they announced, hey, we're going to have another season of Galaxy Angel. So I only have this and the first season of Galaxy Angel right now, but this is another one of those ones that I have fond memories of watching. My friend Andy actually was really into this series, and I watched it with him. I remember I didn't dislike it, but it took me a little while for it to really warm up, or I guess for me to warm up to it. But once I did, I liked it as well, and I think it gets better as the seasons go on, you know, for the most part, however much of it we saw, probably at least the first few seasons. So yeah, you know, it's also something by Broccoli, which, just looking at the animation and listening to the opening theme and stuff like that, I don't know this for sure, but it feels to me like a bit of a spiritual successor to DigiCarrot. Just in terms of, like, it looks like the same staff worked on both series, but I'm just speculating with that. But anyway, I definitely like Galaxy Angel, so I was really glad to pick that up. Next, I guess we just have a couple games left. So these are, of course, more recent things. One of these is a PlayStation 4 game. We're talking about Watch Dogs here. The whole like hacking mechanic and sort of story element, I'm pretty interested in. I like how it's kind of a near future sort of like Big Brother, you know, what if everything's connected? What if everything is like part of the web of things? And, you know, what can we do with that? Does that make us safer? Does it make us less safe? And I'm really intrigued. I like sort of the framework for this open world game that they made, and I've only played a couple of hours of it. So I'm reserving judgment. I'm just not going to say much about it other than, I mean, there's some things I like, there's some things I don't like. Really curious to get further into this and see how I feel about it, but I definitely didn't want to pass that up, so I grabbed Watch Dogs. And lastly, this is the thing that I'm easily the most excited for, and I've been biding my time. I've been trying to be really good and play some of the Vita games that I have. You guys, probably know, but there's all kinds of great games coming out for the Vita now. So I'm getting a backlog on that already. So I, made a concerted effort to beat the single-player mode in Monster Monpiece. I would really like to platinum Neptunia PP before I dig into this game, and I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But what I'm talking about is, of course, the new Hyperdimension Neptunia game. This is a Japanese import, and this is the noir themed game. You probably can't see this too well, but this is Cho Megami Shinko Noir Gekishin Blackheart, and that's basically Cho Megami is like super goddess, and then I'm not sure about Shinko. That Ko seems really familiar, but I just don't remember. I think the Shin is like true. And then it's Geki Shin, also I'm not really sure what that is. I should have looked it up. But Shin is sort of like God, sort of the same way it is in Megami there. It's just pronounced differently in that word. So, this is the version that was developed by Sting. This is not, developed directly by Compile Heart and or Idea Factory. So it's a little bit of a different style game. This is a strategy RPG, and it's the one with all of the characters. They added a whole bunch of new characters that are all like, themed on other video game series and other video game developers and publishers. So it's one of those things that I really liked about Neptunia Mark II. Just having those other characters in there, like Nisa and Gust and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited to check these out. And we have, of course, the special edition. I didn't get the Famitsu DX pack because that was just that was a little too ridiculous even for me. But this one comes with, of course, the game. This is just the box. I put a little plastic bag over it. And this, I haven't even opened this up yet, but I'm really curious to check this out. It's a drama CD. I thought this might be like a soundtrack or something, but it's not. You can see here all the voice actresses, the main voice actresses are credited on there, so really curious to listen to that and see if I can, get a good idea of what they're going on about in that. And additionally, adding to my stack, my ever-growing collection of Nendoroids. This is another Poochie Nendoroid. We have another figure of Noir here. I do have a larger size figure that I got not so long ago. You guys can probably see that in another video. So this will go along, I think, well with that one. We have the small and large versions of Noir. And also, we came with a nice large art book here. Just a really cool thing. It's nice to see like something that they didn't try to cram into this little box. This was just shipped in the box, separately, and just nice. I like the character designer for this series. I think they just do really nice designs. So it's really cool to see this, and again, it's all of these new characters, which I hope that there are some good, just fun characters in here. We have Esteru Modu, who's this character here. I guess she's like a kind of a Monster Hunter themed character. We have Ain Aru. I don't know what that is. She's got like a rabbit in her cleavage. This character, Ween, I guess, is kind of a sports themed character. Anyway, just lots of cool stuff. So all the characters are covered in here, and then we have it looks like some kind of sketches, like production artwork and like storyboards and that kind of thing. So just a fun extra, and a game that I'm really looking forward to checking out. Who knows how this is going to go? It's a different developer. I don't even know if I've played anything by Sting before or if I like them. So we'll find out. You know, I certainly like my fair share of strategy RPGs, so here's hoping that this is a really great game, and you know, I think I've got my fingers crossed. I think I have a good feeling about this one. So anyway, those are my pickups. I hope that this was enjoyable, and you know, I'm just really looking forward to you know, trying to enjoy all this stuff more that I get, and not just go crazy buying things, and try to really really get into this stuff and have fun. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and I hope that you will join me again for more video game and anime related videos. Thanks for watching.